Hi, I'm Anne Neczypor. I'm going to talk about finding your path in the entertainment industry. I started out as a student of acting and playwriting, and my first job was in casting, and my second job was in legal, and my third job was in sales. My fourth job was in post-production, and then I became a post super and a producer. And the truth is, I'm none of these things. I'm all of these things. I am a butterfly. Now, I'm paraphrasing the great thinker and author Elizabeth Gilbert, where she said there are two types of people in the world. There are jackhammers and there are butterflies. Now, some people, as they come up through school and their early parts of their career, and they're jackhammers. I'm a writer, I'm a writer, I'm a writer, I'm a writer. And everything they do is to get themselves to being a writer. And then there are people like me who don't have a singular focus, but are interested in a lot of different things. And butterflies often get written off as flighty, but what butterflies do is they cross-pollinate. They take the good things from this area of the garden, they plant them over here, and new creation comes out of that. So speaking from experience, you don't have to know exactly what you want to be when you start out. The most important thing is to follow your curiosity and continue to learn. It's important to know that nothing is wasted. No experience, no lesson, no connection, no relationship is trivial. Everything will come in handy at some point. I'm just going to give you a list of tips that have led me to a place where I finally found people I enjoy working with, a schedule I enjoy working on, projects I'm really interested in, and a company I'm proud to be a part of. Shout out to Little Dot Studios, who is producing this series. My number one tip for any career, but especially in the entertainment industry, is take the job for the boss. There is no one in your life that is going to influence as many of your waking hours as your boss. They're the ones that tell you what time you have to arrive in the morning. They're the ones who let you go at night. They're the ones who are interacting with you all day. So if you like the individual and you think you can learn from them, or you have a compatible style, take the job for the boss. My second tip is to keep lists. Keep lists of everything. Keep lists of every contact you've ever made, every editor you've ever worked with and liked, every DP you've ever shot with. And this will be your superpower black book in the end if you end up being a producer. And if not, you can just be a helpful individual to your friends who are creating and always need another reference. I also like to keep lists of qualities I enjoy. I loved the freedom in this job. I hated the sort of lack of rules and not knowing what was expected of me. I loved the structure over here, but I felt like it was oppressive with the hours they had to keep. And you'll slowly sort of tweak until you have a definition of your perfect lifestyle. Maybe when you're single, it's important to have a job with a huge social life. And maybe when you have a dog, it's important to you to bring your dog to work. But as you build this like dream list, this manifesting list, this vision board of a life, the right opportunities will become apparent to you when they cross your path. And I know we live in a society that's telling us that the most important thing is to make the most money at work possible. But there will be times in your life where that's actually not true, where you'll have things that you value more than making the most money. I know people who are making top dollar who don't even have time to spend it. It sounds silly, but you want to enjoy your life. And because you're working 40 hours plus, come on, it's the entertainment industry, you're working 40 hours plus every week, you want to be able to enjoy the time outside. You want to be able to have time to enjoy outside. As we come up in this industry, where it's constantly drilled into our head that the cooler the project, the bigger the budget, the more money you're making, the better the title, these are the things that are important. But you really have to do some self-reflection and decide what is important to you. Is it important to you to have dinner with your girlfriend every night? Is it important to you to be able to sleep on the weekends? Is it important to you to be able to not just afford rent in a nicer place, but to actually have time to spend some money, enjoying your life? Don't be afraid to start over. As somebody who has jumped ladders several times, you often have to go further back in order to start anew. And that can be scary and demoralizing, but it's worth it to start over and find yourself in an environment that is fulfilling to your mind and your heart and your wallet. It may take some time, but life is long. Stay open. There are so many jobs out there that you don't even know exist right now. I have one friend who is a PhD in history who sits in a writer's room of a very fancy series, fact-checking A-list writers. I have another friend who only produces medical commercials, like commercials for big drug companies. He came from a medical family. He didn't want to be a doctor, but he found a job that sort of suits both sides of him. Another friend still who produces an astrology podcast. She turned her hobby into a full-time job, and she works from anywhere in the world. In this digital landscape, there's a million new things being created in each moment. So if you have your priorities straight and you have your curiosities and you know what you like, just trust that the perfect job exists for you. There's examples of this ad infinitum. I didn't necessarily know that the job I'm doing now existed, but I am happier than I've been in my 20 years in this industry. And finally, be patient. The world is full of top 30 under 30 lists, and every single person I just mentioned is north of 30. Time is your friend. Remember, when things are really rough, this too shall pass. When things are really good, this too shall pass. Be patient and you will definitely find your place in this industry. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a cool story about a dream job you didn't know existed, or if there's a job you hope exists, put it in the comments section below. Let's have a conversation. You can also like, subscribe, click the notification bell here on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. You could mail us a letter via carrier pigeon, and we would love to have you as a part of Created by Women. We'll see you next time.